Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp with a Limp, and I'm here with another quick video for you. Not one I was planning on making. I jumped into it because I stumbled upon this morning when I was poking around on Kickstarter, and I noticed they only have 59 hours left to go. Because unfortunately, I'm one man. I can't keep track of everything. But I like what I saw here, so I wanted to make a video and toss it up there just in case there are any last-minute people like me who had missed it, so you could jump onto it if you are interested. Plus, these are military guys, so these are my people. Got to toss them some love, got to support them. So we're going to do what we usually do. We'll watch the video that they have here, and then we'll talk about the Kickstarter that they have.
Command teams of U.S. Rangers, deniable Russian forces, and more in intense tabletop gameplay, crushing your opponents using bluffing, positioning, and real-world military tactics in games that last less than 30 minutes and can be learned in 10. In-Country features incredibly detailed miniatures that are all one piece. Simply glue them down and you're ready to rock. With true-to-life details and realistic scaling, these models are second to none. In-Country is a fast-paced tabletop game for one or more players that sees players controlling squads of modern-day military forces. In-Country scales from a single squad to full platoons of 30-plus models, including vehicles and rules for solo play and intense scenarios. In-Country can be played on either 2D or 3-dimensional terrain, using either a pre-provided rules for forces and models or player-created ones from a build-your-own-style rules set. In-Country features a unique pre-game card game called OPSEC, where players can lie and bluff their way into drawing the correct intel cards they need to benefit their forces the most. Just make sure to not force the operation too early. In-Country is available in several pledge levels from $60, getting you started with the digital rules in a PDF format and 16 models to play against a friend with, to the $99 pledge that sets you up with the physical rules, tokens, and 24 models to get going with. Upgrade to the Board Gamer Edition at $129 for an entire wargame in a box with a fold-out 2x2-foot board, 2-dimensional terrain, and 24 models, plus the exclusive hostage model today. All pledges unlock access to a post-Kickstarter store where you can buy more models and digital STL files to print at home. Make sure to pledge in the first 24 hours for a pair of CIA models for free. Check out the gameplay videos and models available below. Welcome to the In-Country Kickstarter. I'm the head goon at Enemy Spotted Studios.
All right, so we're not going to watch through the whole thing. No offense, In-Country guys, but I want to make this video relatively short so I can toss it up quickly, get you guys the last couple of backers possibly. But as you guys can see, it's a skirmish game set in real-world modern tactics, and they have Rangers versus Insurgents. Now, you can say they're whatever. I think these guys probably were Rangers. I know they were in the Army. So, of course, they're going to go with Rangers. Marines would be better, but I'll forgive them for it on this one. The different levels of backing that you have, you can do the back it because you believe in it thing, pledge without reward. I don't know why anyone does that, but okay. The smallest one is $9. That's just the digital rulebook. If you have miniatures and tabletop terrain and stuff like that, you just want the rules, $9, you can get that. The digital set, I kind of don't see a reason to get this one, to be quite honest with you. Why spend $49 when you can spend $59 and get the minis anyway? So this basically gives you the STL files so you can print off the minis, which you really need a resin printer. You could do it on an FDM printer, but you need a resin printer to make this type of mini. So you need a resin printer to do it, and the cost of the resin, I mean, it's kind of expensive, but it's not overly expensive. There's just no reason to print them off yourself versus going in this direction where you would get the minis themselves anyway. That way you don't have to worry about printing them off. So the difference between the 59 one and the 99 one is the 59 one you get minis, the 99 one you get just a few more minis, and you get tokens, the rulebook, cards, stuff, dice, like all the gaming accoutrement will be packed in there. The only thing that you don't get is your terrain pieces. So you won't have like a gaming mat or terrain that you can add onto it. That's the difference between this, the 99 set, and the 129 set. Personally, if I were going to get this, which I don't know if I can, I want to support them, so I'm going to see if I can work something out to get this Kickstarter, because I like what they're doing. I'll show you guys that here in a sec. I'd probably go 59 or 99 because the rules are the key thing, and having some minis are nice. I've got a fair amount of terrain. I got that upzone terrain that just came in recently that I could use with this, so either one of these will work for me. But if you want to have everything you need to play in the box, you want to go with 129. Now they do have, this one's like all in, and they have a whole bunch of different set, a compound terrain, like 3D piece that you can put together. Looks really cool. Russian forces, containment team, all the stuff from the 129 set gets added in there, plus their online store where you can have access and purchase all the other cool stuff. Now, the game itself is a quick playing skirmish game, tactical skirmish game. Think something like 148 Tactic, small unit tactics, that type gameplay. That's what they're looking at here. And they were going for something that is quick and easy to learn how to play. Now, for me, I think I can work it out after watching the videos of the gameplay that they do have up on YouTube. Make sure you go check those. That I could work it out to do this solo as I do most of the stuff. The big thing is the cards at the beginning that has to do with intel. And the way that works is there's a mini bluffing game where you're trying to get the right intel cards in your hand that will give you certain buffs during the game, like make your guys better against suppression or whatnot. And they tied that into military operations, right? So you were able to get certain pieces of intel that will make you better at the mission, right? So it sounds really cool. I like that. Not very conducive to solitaire play, but I should be able to find a way to work around that. This, I've always hated when companies do this, and this is no offense against them personally. I hate the back within the first 24 hours to get blah, 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 blah for free. Either have it for all of it or don't do that, because if people miss it, then they get a little butthurt over it. And there have been Kickstarters that I didn't back because I was like, nah, I'm not going to back it because they put something I really wanted up front and behind that 24-hour marker. And I get it because everyone now wants the whole we met our pledge goals within 5 seconds and blah, 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 because it makes it look good. I don't care if you met it within 5 seconds or 5 years. You met your goal within the time frame. That's it. That's all I'm worried about, right? Now that's me. I understand. It's different. It looks good for them, so I understand why they went that direction. I will say, though, after watching it, the game does play quickly, does play easily. There's not a whole lot of BS modifiers you have to worry about. It makes sense the way things are happening, and it is a reaction type combat in the fact that you make this declaration, and depending on the circumstances of your targets, they may or may not be able to dive into cover or so, take a reaction fire against you. But none of that is stuff that I don't believe could be played solitaire. You just have to be making those decisions on both sides. They do have the videos up, and I gotta say, one of my big reasons for wanting this thing is just the minis look cooler than hell. I love these modern minis. They just look so awesome there on the board. I would like to be able to use them with some other stuff. And there are a few games that I think that you could interchange these minis with. They did have a few people who did review videos on this. Make sure you check those out if you are interested. Shows some stretch goals that these are the pledge levels. I like how they did this so you could see what you're getting. These are digital. See, it shows the STL versus the 59. Now, the 59 set only comes with, 16 versus the 99 set comes with 24, right? So you get all of these in the 59, and then these get added to it in the 99, plus the rulebook tokens and all the other stuff. This board layout here with the flat 2D piece terrain, that's the stuff that you get added in the difference between 99 and the 129. The all-in shows all this stuff, and then this board, the 3D terrain set, which I got to give it to them. Does look really good. I'll scroll down a little bit farther and show you guys what that looks like. Let's see. Where's the part that I really wanted to show you guys? Showing off the models. Again, the models definitely look good. The couple of ranger elements, the insurgent mobs, some ranger specialists, veteran insurgent specialists that they get to have, exclusive CIA models that you're going to miss now. Hostage model, which is cool because you can have hostage rescue missions. Russian forces. What forces are these? I guess these are more Russians. Or escape from in-country team. Not sure which ones those are messed with. Oh, containment team. So like NBC type stuff, nuclear, biological, chemical, real cool, like that. Jackal team, usable in Kill Wager. Not sure about Kill Wager, but the minis look good. And this is the terrain piece that I was talking about, the 3D building set, like compound that they have. It's 2x2 table, 3D, not like a table, but it'll go on a table. 3D terrain set, laser cut, 5-inch walls, and you can add this to any pledge. And this shows the pictures of it, so you guys can see. You can put together the building and have some actual 3D terrain. Like I said, I've got Upzone, which is probably what I would end up using with this game. But the compound looks really good. So if you want a cool little, scenario terrain piece that you can use with this game and or others, one definitely worth taking a look at. And they're talking about their models here, how they were designed by service members, realistic gear and weapons, posing, proportions. Now, that might be realistic gear for Rangers, but sure as hell wasn't realistic gear for Marines. We get basically everything that's left over in the military. We don't get the high-speed, low-drag shit that the Army does. Okay, this is the part that I really pushed me over the edge that I wanted to make the video for. They all served in the military, so they've got a lot of support for the military. And their main purpose for starting Enemy Spotted Studios were honor a close friend who lost their own battle, and to this day we strive to help those going through the same. We donate over 10% of all of our sales to fighting veteran suicide through charities like Mission 22. So that's 10% of the sales that they make with their company. Unfortunately, that is outside of this. So they were very clear in their disclaimer, and that has to do with Kickstarter's terms of service. You cannot collect for charity. You can't make that part of your stretch goal, right? So if you collect 100,000 in funds, you can't say 10% of this is going towards a charity. While yes, we would think that's awesome and it's great, it's cool, to help them out, but it's part of Kickstarter's terms of service. They can't do that. The Kickstarter money and funds can only be used for this, right? And I get it, because it could cause business issues and whatnot. So they did have to put that little disclaimer down in there that this is the funds raised here in this Kickstarter do not go to charity. So anything raised here can't be used for that. All has to be used for the production of this. But they guarantee that anything raised after this Kickstarter and follow-up sales will go towards fighting veteran suicide. And additionally, we'll be hosting live stream donation events during the Kickstarter and at several live events to raise money separately from the Kickstarter for this singular purpose, which, yeah, 100% totally agree with. I've lost a couple of close friends myself, guys I served with, that came home and just had some problems. It's been more than one. So I can fully relate with this, wholeheartedly support what they're trying to do here. And like I said, I wasn't going to back any more Kickstarters. We got hit with some bills ourselves that we were like, no, we can't do this. But I really want to support a company that is like this. I'm very military friendly, love that. So definitely go support these guys. For their stretch goals, they've got some scenarios, rules that get added in. This is really cool. The gun drone, love that. Bomb Vest Hostage has gotten added in, and then an EOD team has got added in as well. Look at that. All that high-speed, low-drag equipment. That's their EOD team. Our EOD guy didn't get shit. No, I'm picking our EOD guys did have the bomb suit and all that cool stuff. But we use like radio control cars, just drove it up onto it with some C4, blew it up, took care of it. And then if they hit 60K, they'll do some close quarter rules. Now, there's already close quarters combat rules in the game, so I'm curious at how that's going to be expanded. And then it talks about how shipping is going to be a simple flat rate shipping, free on all US-based orders depending on the pledge level. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Nice. And then if it's outside, you'll depend on where you're at on how much it's going to cost. So definitely a Kickstarter worth checking out. I like the company. I like what they're doing here. I like the charity that they're supporting, which again is not through this Kickstarter. But I did go check out the game. I watched, how it plays and how everything works. Looks really cool. I like the reaction system. I like how you're playing off. And especially for a heads-up game, it's not just waiting for your opponent to get done with their turn. You actually have to think about what you're doing. You're actually making some rolls during your opponent's turn to see whether or not your guys can make that dive into cover or make that reaction shot, or if they be able to go defensive and prone, or all that type of stuff. They've even got rules in the game for how you would stack up on a wall, right? So one guy's kneeling down around the corner of a wall to shoot, and the other guy's going above him, right? You see that crap in the movies. So it's showing rules like that are actually in the game, so you can have a couple of people shooting around a wall. Love that. They really went into the military OPSEC type stuff with this. So really, really cool. So yeah, check it out. Me personally, I would lean towards like the 59 or the 99. I've already got trained, so I really don't need it. I'll probably end up getting the 59 myself, just to keep the cost down on it and get a couple of teams and the rules. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards the 99. I hate having to print out rules. I hate PDFs. That's just me personally, not saying anything about these guys. But definitely check them out, because there's only 58 hours left. So we're talking a little over a couple of days. So check it out if you're interested while you've got time. All right. You guys take care. I'll catch you in the next one.